الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Please ensure that our lines are straight, stand shoulder to shoulder. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. عما يتساءلون عن العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا وجعلنا سراجا وهاجا وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا لنخرج به حبا ونباتا وجنات ألفافا إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إن للمتقين مفازا حدائق وأعنابا وكواعب أترابا وكأسا دهاقا لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا كذابا جزاء من ربك عطاء حسابا. رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما الرحمن لا يملكون منه خطابا. يوم يقوم الروح والملائكة صفا لا يتكلمون إلا من أذن له الرحمن وقال صوابا. ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا. إنا أنذرناكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ويقول الكافر يا ليتني كنت ترابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تبارك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام استغفر الله ربي من كل ذنب استغفر الله ربي من كل ذنب استغفر الله العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو
Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the ISCC Shura Committee, Election Commission, this is just a reminder. We're going to have, we will be accepting nominations for the candidates for the Shura and Amir until 8:30 p.m. on Monday, October 22nd. That's it. The deadline will be, inshallah, October 22nd, 8:30. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة فجزاه الله عنا وعن كل المسلمين خيرا. My brothers and sisters in Islam, last week we spoke about how to create a culture in the home. Remember one thing, if we don't learn and apply, it's not going to happen by magic. There's no Tinkerbell, there's no pixie dust that's going to be sprinkled on our home and everything will become magical. It requires an effort. And the first step in the process of effort is acknowledgement and acceptance that I don't know everything. And that I am not perfect in everything. Just because we have a title as a spouse or a parent doesn't mean that we are better. What it means is that we are now held accountable and we are more responsible. So in regards to our last week discussion, 3 aspects of 4 were discussed. Number 1 was the parent. how to treat parents. The way we treat our parents is how we will treat our siblings. The way we treat our parents and our siblings is how we will treat our spouse. And the way our spouse will be treated tomorrow, based on us becoming a family, will be through our children. So this is a cycle. Parents, siblings, spouse, children. It goes in a cycle. If this cycle is something that we work on individually and collectively in a constructive manner, then insha'Allah, tomorrow our homes will be places of blessing and peace and mercy and barakah. But again, in the absence of knowing, in the absence of learning, in the absence of application, in the absence of practical example, these things will not happen. We spoke about the rights of the spouses, how important it is to treat the spouse, and this can be a topic on its own, but we want to go into the children. In the book we read that, number one, we should show love to our children. It is so shameful, and think about this in a broad perspective, that the image of Muslims around the world is that we are very nasty, mean, barbaric, terrorists. When our deen and Islam is Rahman and Rahim. And everything we are told to recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, i.e. to reinforce the values of compassion, mercy within ourselves. For Allah is Rahman and Rahim. The question is, am I reflective of that Rahman and Rahim on this earth or not? And the first place to gauge that is with our children. I'm not belittling the fact that we are living in trying times, wherein it is very hard and tough to raise children, regardless if we're in the East or the West. It's tough. And no one said it was going to be easy, because this is your short-term investment for eternal gain. When the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ spoke about how a person can receive rewards in the grave, you're dead, it's over, game over. The books are closed, accounts are sealed, it's done. If a person was to stand in the grave and worship Allah to Yawm al-Qiyamah, he will not and she will not get a single reward, because the time for it has passed. It's over. But there are three things that will give you something in your grave. Number one is a sadaqah jariyah. Something that you have done good, that you left behind, that people can benefit from. So long they pray in the masjid, so long they drink from the well, mashallah, you're getting reward. Alhamdulillah. Everyone say alhamdulillah. The second thing is that knowledge that people can benefit from. The knowledge that people can benefit from. Something you taught that was learned and that person applied it and taught others. This is a continued trickle-down effect. You'll get the reward for all that, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. The third is waladun salihun yad'u lah. A pious child that will pray for you. Your children are your sadaqah jariyah. Your children are the knowledge that you're leaving behind, because they are the best and only students, actually the true students of you as parents. Because they are learning how to speak by how we speak. They are learning to act how we act. They are learning to conduct their affairs the way we conduct our affairs. So, matter of fact, these three can be summarized into one, and that is children. Here we're taught to show love to children. There are 7 things I think it's imperative that we remind ourselves in regards to children. Number 1, compassion. Always show compassion to the children by allowing them to become that they want to be. I'm not talking about their career, what they're planning to become tomorrow. As a human being, they have amazing thoughts and ideas. Help nurture it. Help strengthen it. Help develop it. We come from cultures where we shun every dream of our child. We belittle it, we mock it. As for the Southeast Asian culture, there was a predominant culture that you're going to be a doctor or engineer. If a child said, I want to become a pilot, we would spit. What is this? I want to become a firefighter or a police officer, we laugh about it. The compassion is to help develop their dreams into reality where that dream is truly productive for them and for others also. It requires compassion. Number 2, we don't compare our children. They are individual human beings. They are unique in their own ways. We have no right to compare them because when we compare them, we are elevating one beyond a level and we're putting the other one down below its level. Does that make sense? We keep them on their own level. Never compare them. I wish you were more like your sister. I wish you studied hard as your brother. This is very wrong. Number 3, encourage them along the way. Whatever they do, encourage them. Be a source of their encouragement. Number 4, the most important thing, brothers and sisters, is communication. We need to learn to talk with our children. Not talk to, rather speak with. Many a times we can talk to them about what we want them to know. But seldom do we speak with them. Create a line of communication that if your children are speaking with you today, they will continue speaking with you tomorrow. This communication line is important. And the first step in communication is to close the mouth and open the ears. Allow them to speak and allow yourself to listen. And then speak to them after, once you listen. Number 5, be engaged in activities with your children. Our children have their likes, but that does not mean that they cannot do things with us. Do things you like, but do activities together because truly these memories will last even past our existence on this earth. Number 6, teach them. Teach them through your actions. Don't teach them through your words. Teach them through your actions because that's what they're learning from. Learn with them. Many times if our kids come to us and say, I learned this today or have this question from the Quran school or from Sunday school, and as a parent, I may not know the answer. That's completely fine. I don't know the answer. But that doesn't mean that we become abrupt and say, why weren't you listening in class? You should have asked your teacher. Go ask your teacher tomorrow. Don't ask me. In my masjid in Florida, when I was there, every week we had non-Muslims come during the Jum'ah. We had 4 pews in the back and people would come and sit down and listen. I once had a phone call, and this would be quite often, that people were taking a subject where they had to learn about the religion outside their own religion. So they get to the masjid and they would have questions and then ask. So I gave an appointment to an individual who I spoke over the phone, and after Jum'ah, when I sat down, there was 4 of them. There was a husband and a wife, there was a son and a daughter. So I said, which one of you is the student that has called for this today? And they said, we all are. We created an environment in the house that we all sit together, we all learn together, we all share information with each other, and we assist each other in our knowledge to become better. They were not Muslims, but I tell you by Allah, that was a family that I was envying. SubhanAllah, they learn together. Doesn't mean being a parent that we are above and beyond. We should learn with our children. It creates a stronger bond. Number 6 is look out for their betterment and their goodness. Always think of their goodness, not our goodness. Many times we feel if I could push them to do what I want to do, then I'm a good parent. No. Think about what's good for them. And the last thing is praying for them, not praying against them. We sometimes curse our children, and we belittle them, we swear at them, and then we say, Allah, why did this happen? Well, you asked for it. That's why it happened. Using derogatory terms to I have a custom of doing it, and I want to do it. Go to the bathroom, look in the mirror, and speak to yourself. That's the only way we're going to stop this practice from continuing. It's a destructive pattern. To pray against, may you be failure. May Allah fail you. May Allah destroy you. May Allah throw you into Jahannam. I'm your mother. Paradise is under my feet. You dare mess with me, you're not going to get paradise. I'll shut the door. Allah didn't give us children for this. We don't know, because we're doing what has been done to us, how much harm it's causing in our society. How much disruption it's causing in our homes. What the mother of Imam Bukhari, rahimahullah, did for him. That when he was born, and he was, anyone know? He was blind. He was blind. He could not see. It wasn't a mistake. He was blind. But she prayed and prayed and prayed for years. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him sight. And when Allah gave him sight, Allah gave him the ability, and Allah gave him the acceptance that he went from Bukhara to Medina, and he took Medina. This is what prayers will do. We cannot complain when we don't want to learn and do. So I come to you tonight saying, I don't know everything, and I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to, inshallah, change myself and learn what's better, because it's that betterment that we are out to pursue through Islam. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. There is an example. It's not the example of our forefathers, it's the example of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. With two hadith, I will conclude this. Isha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she reports, a Bedouin came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and remarked, do you actually kiss children? We do not kiss them. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, can I control Allah's removal of mercy from you? I.e., do not be the means of closing the doors of Allah's mercy. Open those doors. Because that mercy that you will show to your children, the children will show to their parents, the children will, and then they will show to their spouse. As I told you, it's a cycle. It's a one cycle, not more than that. The last hadith, Aswad radiallahu anhu reports, I asked Aisha radiallahu anha, what would be the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's conduct when he was with his family? Many times it's authoritarian figure. She replied, radiallahu anha, he would be occupied with the activities of his family, and when salah would come around, he would stand up to pray. I.e., he was a father. He was a good person to be around. He was fun. He was nurturing. He was caring. He laughed. He joked. He smiled. This is what our character is. Example. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we pray and return back to our homes tonight, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to understand the value of our parents, our siblings, spouse, and our Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to fulfill our duty towards all four, allow us to rectify our actions towards all four, and allow us to be the best person to be around beyond. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan for your time. May Allah accept from us all, and we'll speak to you all soon. Assalamu alaikum wa